Hello, everyone. My name is Kiana Rivera, and I'm the Vice President of Program Development and Membership here at the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce. I just want to really focus on my experience at Concordia Summit and really focusing on the fact that, Palm Beach meets this global impact. So I really just want to focus on the fact that Palm Beach is out there, and we at the Chamber are really focusing on that development and growth at a national level. So this isn't a recap, it's a reflection on what it felt like to be in New York during one of the most globally significant weeks of the year. And so, for context, Concordia Summit runs alongside the United Nations General Assembly Week. So, the city's energy was at its peak. I can tell you that from the moment I landed and just the really kind of the nerves that I was feeling leading up to this conference, this was my first really big conference with the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce, especially, in the city of New York. So from the moment I landed, just the energy, the movement, and the buzz of all that is happening in New York was evident. I mean, I'm not always in love with the city. I'm a Florida gal. I love the beach. I love my Jeep. I love to sit on the beach for hours. So I'm not always in love with the city, but there is something electric about being surrounded by so much purpose and momentum. And it was a mixture of organized chaos and global convergence. And I just think that it was an amazing experience from start to finish. So, a little bit about Concordia and why it matters is that Concordia's mission and really purpose of what they're doing is creating a nonpartisan platform for public private collaboration to solve the world's most pressing challenges. And I say this because in our worldly climate right now, it can seem really intense and really aggressive, but Concordia really needs to create those nonpartisan and and conversations that really allow people to share their perspectives in a safe environment. So I'm talking about leaders from government, different businesses, nonprofits, and academia, all in one space with different purposes, with different opinions, with different focuses, whether it's on their business or if it's really just them personally. But the tone of the entire conference was inclusivity, it was balanced, and it was a true respectful dialogue. And so I have to give a shout out to Matthew Swift and his team because to produce this massive event that was seamless and having it during UN week is amazing. It is second to none. And just from start to finish, from the check in process to the transitions from on and off stage to the production level, and how everything was so seamless to the point of making sure that people got there on time. The interviews were almost in 15-minute increments. So you're really talking like quick transitions, people who are moving on and off stage very fast. And it was impressive because, as you know, like we produce an event every single month at the Breakers Palm Beach with 500 guests in attendance. And that's just one event per month. And just to see how logistics worked, the security and the programming ran so fluidly at Concordia while also keeping it human and meaningful, it was very impressive. And I just to see it on that side while also being able to experience it firsthand, it wasn't just a program of panel after panel after panel. It was true connection and it was true collaboration and conversation that was unparalleled to anything that I've experienced before. And that's why I know that I had such an amazing time. Just to cover really quick about the immersive programming. So, to paint a picture of what it looked like, it was nonstop programming. It was nonstop sessions. They overlapped each other. And the biggest challenge that I felt was that I wanted to be at every single one. I was really pushing time on, "Okay, this panel ended, so now I have to run across the room and see this panel." I also want to mention that the Swift Hour with Matthew Swift, his breakout concept was a lot more intimate. It was smaller and it was focused on discussions versus the main stage conversations. So this really added a layer to Concordia of intimacy where they were able to focus at the Swift Hour, just sort of an off the record conversation. And that was really incredible because you had these guests who were on the main stage who gave their main program, who, it was a true, really focused interview style discussion, whereas the Swift Hour allowed it to be more relaxed. It really allowed them to open up more. And you got to kind of learn more about the person in the Swift Hour versus, their overall mission on the main stage. And every session offered a different lens. So it was either from global policy to business innovation to social impact. It was really all across the board. And I want to also share that it was incredible because we were representing the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce. So, our team, we had Doug Evans, who was our president and CEO. He actually led an interview with the chancellor of Vanderbilt University. And as a quick reminder, if you don't know, so Vanderbilt is coming to West Palm Beach. And so, this wasn't just a conversation, it was a preview of what's ahead for our community. And so, to really see Doug and the chancellor on the main stage at Concordia giving this preview and almost sneak peek of what's coming to West Palm Beach was incredible to see. And it was an honor really seeing Palm Beach represented on such an international stage. We really joined the game here. And so I'm just incredibly honored that I got to see that. And of course, to see Doug just really take the lead on stage and showcase all the incredible work that we're doing, not only in Palm Beach, but now have an opportunity to participate on the Concordia stage. So from just being there and seeing all of the incredible work that these leaders are doing, the power of listening to different sides without judgment is true nonpartisanship in action. And I have to say that that is one thing that we are also striving to accomplish at the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce with all of our programs, with all of our panel discussions. We really try to give you a diverse group of people that offer different perspective on a various level of topics. And so it made me think differently about Palm Beach's potential. So, we're really a part of a global conversation now. It's not just about our beautiful town of Palm Beach, but it's about how we contribute to the world. And so seeing that, experiencing that firsthand in New York was such a blessing and also exciting. It really just gets you excited about the future and excited about what it means to be a member of our chamber. And so we really work hard on developing programs not only that expand our membership, but really elevates Palm Beach's presence nationally. Events like Concordia remind me why it's so important to create programming that's both local in heart and global in perspective. And so we have future collaborations and opportunities with Concordia. So we're really focused on positioning Palm Beach as a hub for thought leadership. And we're hopeful that we will be the leaders and game shakers in this place. And so, some of the favorite moments that I have from just Concordia as we wrap up really quick is the spontaneous hallway chats. I found myself in conversations with diplomats from Africa, with people from France, with people from all over the globe who attended this summit and who were open to conversation and dialogue without passing any judgment. Even though it was exhausting. I mean, we were really opening at, super early in the morning to late at night. It was so fulfilling. I had my coffee in hand, heels on, running from one session to the next, and it really was just an amazing, amazing event. And so I end this just with a perspective of thankfulness and gratitude. I came back inspired to think bigger, to connect deeper, and to continue representing Palm Beach with purpose. And that's what we're doing at the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to learn more about Concordia or anything that's happening at the Palm Beach Chamber, please visit our website. And I hope you have a great day.